it's a bit impromptu, but if you're new to my channel, welcome. For the oldies, this is a continuation from my previous video of me doing a silk press. So I ended up keeping this straight hair for 2 weeks. It has, yeah, like grown out. Not really grown out, but like it's reverted. Like my roots have reverted because I'm a night sweater. But yeah, I've also been struggling with scalp issues this year. So like my scalp was itching. I'm about to wash it. In terms of how I styled it, honestly, I kept it in a little ponytail for the entire 2 weeks. I did not divert away from that, but I also wanted to show, because I know I've talked about my scalp being a bit inflamed this year. I was like, let me show you. This is 2 weeks later. I had a scalp detox, but I've been going through it. Like I just parted my hair right here, and this is what it looks. This is what it looks like. Hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, I've also moved house the last time you saw me. I won't do a live update because yeah, like I'm not doing vlogs anymore for the oldies. But yes, my setup will be a bit tricky. I need to figure this out. But yeah, bear with me. I apologize. I will have to film myself bent over in a bathtub. I know I'd done a bathtub situation in the past, but anyways, I'm talking too much for newbies. You're just like, this is one of those YouTubers we hate who have a 5-minute intro. So I just wanted to show the people who've been following my journey, who saw the silk press and have known about my scalp issues, that this is what I'm dealing with. This is what my scalp looks like, you know, when it's, you know, flaky. And I'll move on to the actual wash day. Okay, so these are the products that I was using. The As I Am Dry and Itchy Scalp Line, the shampoo, and the conditioner. So I started off by ensuring I wet my hair as much as possible with warm water to help, you know, revert my hair. And it did revert. Like it was it was quite obvious to see that yeah, I most likely was not going to experience any heat damage. But yes, I just applied a generous amount, and this was the first lather that I tried to focus on my scalp as much as possible. And watching this footage back is making me chuckle because I could see myself struggling, having to raise my arms to wash my hair in this manner. So yeah, I just took my time and worked that shampoo on my scalp as much as possible. I rinsed out that first lather and went in a second time. So the second time, or the second lather that I put on, yeah, like was definitely okay. It looked far more effective. Like it lathered better, basically. So this first go around, I think was just probably getting rid of all like the silicone products that they use when you get a silk press. Yeah, and the second lather did its thing. Where now like I could really foam out my hair, and okay, to me it felt like I was now like actually washing the strands of my hair thoroughly. So I just made sure to rinse out the shampoo, and then I towel blotted my hair with that microfiber towel that you're seeing in the background. So this is what my scalp looked like. I wanted to show you that it was nice and clean after all that flaking I'd shown you in the intro. It's now time to apply conditioner. So I just put my hair in 4 sections and applied a generous amount to each. I didn't feel like doing too much on this day. Was like the other times where I'll split my hair into 8 sections, but for this particular wash day, I just did 4 sections. And at the time, like, my hair was quite short, so 4 sections I think was sufficient. But it just depends on how your hair is feeling, really. And yeah, so at this point I'd applied conditioner to my entire head, and then please don't do what I did here. Like, I was just being silly because I knew I had like freshly trimmed ends, so I could run my fingers through. Just use a wide tooth comb, section your hair adequately to detangle it, or even just your fingers, but definitely section it and then take your time in those smaller sections to detangle your hair, and not what I was doing here. But yeah, otherwise my hair looked pretty good. It had definitely reverted, which was nice. And then I just put a plastic cap on. I don't have electricity right now. If you're Zambian, you know. Today, by the way, what's this today? 7th September. I know I will record these I will post these way later because I have a backlog of videos to edit. But yeah, today, September 7th, load shedding. I don't know what it will be like in the future, but if you're Zambian, you know what's been going on. So I can't use my heating cap. So I will just sit the plastic cap on my head for 20 minutes. So I was done conditioning and rinsing out the conditioner, and it was now time to style my hair. So at the time, my style of choice, by the way, this is the leave-in conditioner from the same line, but yeah, my style of choice was a Twistout. I really believed in Twistout during this phase of my hair journey last year. And by the way, this was filmed last year in September. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this. I've just been really late with editing and posting. It's usually October of 2025 as I'm recording this voiceover. Like, it's a whole year later. But yeah, at the time, I honestly believed in twist outs, and that's the style that I, was doing when my hair was at this length. So I applied an adequate amount of the leave-in conditioner, and then I went in with the styler, which is the twist defining cream. So I came to learn that less was more. Like, honestly, like, an adequate amount or a small amount was enough if I didn't want my hair to flake. Like, my hair would flake if I applied a lot of product with this combination of the As I Am Dry and Itchy Scalp Leave-In Conditioner and the twist defining cream from the classic line of As I Am. But yeah, I just parted my hair from side to side. I am so sorry about my neighbor's dogs raging. I hope you can hear them in the background. But yes, I opted to do rows whenever I would style my hair in a twist out, because if you have low density hair, you're better off setting your twists in this manner as opposed to doing like those quadrant grids, because then it gets really hard for you to like blend or hide like very visible partings. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I just set my hair into rope twists. So it wasn't necessarily 2-strand twists. I tried as much as possible to make them rope twists because rope twists give you more definition. So yeah, I would just let you watch how I twisted my hair. I wanted to be as detailed as possible in case there's anybody who cares and would want to see, like, the process. But yeah, I did use a Denman brush, by the way. I wanted to mention that isn't compulsory. You can use whatever tool makes you happy. But I definitely like to use a tool when I apply products, especially for an out style where I want definition, because I feel like it helps like smooth the product in a lot more than just my fingers. So hopefully that makes sense. And then just before I twist, like I know I'd use the tool for like the whole section, but then for each parting that I'm making, like right before I twist, I would still kind of smooth the product as well with my fingers right before I twist, like just to like further smooth the product and also make sure that my hair is smooth as I'm twisting. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, this is what the back row was looking like. And then I went ahead and applied the twist defining cream to that upper section. So I had put like the leave-in conditioner all throughout my hair first, and then I was applying the twist defining cream as I was going section by section. Hopefully that makes sense. And then like I had mentioned, I would use a tool. In my case, it was a Denman brush to kind of smooth the combination of the products through my hair before twisting. So this is what we're looking like, and I will air dry it for, so today is Saturday, it's afternoon, like it's like 2 p.m. right now, and I will just air dry until Monday morning when I have to go for work, so I unravel these twists then. And my new favorite thing is this hairnet. Like, I don't even use my satin bonnet anymore, like it's so free, it's so free. Like my scalp can breathe. Even in the midst of me sweating heavily at night, I do still sleep on a satin pillowcase, but I've been loving this hairnet situation. We're all kind of going back to old school methods, but yeah, for me and where I live, especially because now it's September, like it's getting hot where I live, the southern hemisphere, I am loving sleeping with a hairnet and then just, you know, resting my head on a satin pillowcase. And I'll see you once I unravel it. So this was 2 days later, and I used this soft all over oil from Manjaki's to just apply to my fingers to help with frizz as I was taking down the twists. So this part is then sped up because I wanted to show you how gentle I was trying to be to have, you know, as little frizz as possible when taking down the twists. But they were still frizzy, unfortunately. But yeah, I tried. At least I tried. like you guys know how most of the time I lack patience, but in this case I tried. Then this part is sped up. So this is what they look like when I had, like just finished unraveling all of them. Honestly, I looked rough, but I was trying as much as possible to embrace my hair at this length and wear it out. Would I do it again? I don't know. I don't know. And speaking for myself and my preference, I feel like even having like the color on the ends of my hair made a frizzy hairstyle look very forgiving, in my opinion, for my hair. Like I don't know if anybody else knows what I'm talking about, or if they've experienced the same. But when I attempted a twist out later on, because Like I said, like all of this was recorded over a year ago. I have since cut off the remainder of my color. When I tried a twist out with my natural, like really dark brown hair close to black, the frizz looked a hot mess. And I couldn't do it. But with color on my end, somehow it makes a bit more sense. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's understanding what I'm saying, but yes, I went out into the world looking like this. But on this first day, on like fresh twists, I would just use an afro pick to try and mold my hair and just close in any visible spaces and just try and make it look, as neat and as organized as possible. And there would be some weeks later on, or even prior, where I would, have that motivation to retwist my hair every single night for like a full week. And I would just add like a little bit of that twist defining cream to the ends of my hair, like a teeny tiny bit every single night, and retwist my hair to maintain the look. But the week that I filmed this, it was probably a busy month and I did not have time for that. So you will see a realistic portrayal of how long a twist out lasted, with me just covering it with, though because it's been over a year, I'm not sure whether I covered it with that hairnet or a bonnet, but yeah, I would basically just sleep on it and then add a bit of oil to my fingers every morning, kind of fluff it with my fingers and an afro pick. So yeah, for 3 days, but we'll get to that later. I would add some edge control to lay my edges, and I will list like the full details of all the products that I used in the description box in case you would like to see that. But yeah, that's the Isoplus hair gel. And yeah, this was pretty much the final look of my twist out on that first morning. And then this was me at the end of day 3. So this was like 3 whole work days later of me just sleeping on it and then fluffing it out in the morning. So this was a Wednesday, and I did opt to do midweek core washes at this point anyways, and I will kind of explain why in the outro, because I was trying to get rid of the whole flaky scalp situation, and whenever I'd have a bad flare up, I intentionally would wash my hair twice a week until things were Gucci. So yeah, at this point I was now applying a leave-in conditioner. So my hair had been freshly washed, like it wasn't core washed. I literally did like the same thing of where I washed my hair with a shampoo and conditioned it for 30 minutes with the same conditioner, and then this was me going in with the leave-in. So on Wednesdays, to be honest, I would just opt for a fast simpler hairstyle. I didn't really do the whole twist out situation, and I would use a mousse on top of the leave-in conditioner to just sleek it into a low bun. Mostly because like the whole twist out situation, I couldn't air dry it overnight. Like it would definitely be wet by the following morning. And then, as I will explain later as well, like my country has been experiencing something called load shedding that us Southern Africans know about. But to the rest of the world, like I don't have direct electricity, and then my backup power is like it doesn't let me use heating tools, so I couldn't even blow dry my hair most nights. Like it was unpredictable. Like if you didn't know what the schedule was, sorry, I'm over explaining this, but just know, without heating tools, midweek, the only feasible hairstyle for me was, a heatless style, and for me, it had to be a low bun. Yeah. Sorry for over explaining my third world problems, but yes, I just slicked it down with the Anjaki's Frizz Patrol and tied it down with a satin scrunchie. And again, all the products I used will be listed in the description box. And sorry for my neighbor's dogs in the background. I'm just trying to get back on YouTube, you guys.
I'm just trying to be consistent after disappearing for months after saying I'll be back in 2 weeks. So yeah, I apologize for the audio. But yeah, I would tie my hair down, like for these low buns, with a cotton headscarf first, just to help it dry quicker, and then go over it with a satin headscarf. Like I'll double wrap my hair just to make sure that the headscarf doesn't slip off, because yeah, like it usually would when I, was trying to lay down a low bun or low pony. So yeah, this was the finished look. Let me tell you, I would feel very self-conscious about my teeny weeny little ponytail. So whenever I would have my hair in this like little ponytail, I would make sure my outfit was nice. Like I would wear like a really cute top or just outfit in general, and even accessorize with these cute earrings just to distract people from my struggle hair. So I was very intentional about looking cute during, like these last 2 days of the week. So this is now like a Thursday. So Thursday and Friday, I would wear this little struggle ponytail to work, but just, ensure that I looked cute. And if there were any pieces of hair that I felt were going to stick out, I would add a bobby pin, and you will see like a bobby pin, yeah, later when I show you the finished look. And then I'd also add some edge control, as you can see me doing here, just to, yeah, like to neaten up the look. And yeah, this was the finished result.
So I wanted to do like a full outro and a rant. So for like the non-Zambians, like I'm so sorry. Just bear with me. And the Zambians watching this, I need to vent. So today is September 20th. I have no idea when I'm going to upload these. Like I have a backlog of videos, you guys. But so this is now 2 weeks later. This is like a completely different low bun, so I just maintained that. Hopefully I would have said that in the voiceover, but I wanted to do like a scalp check to see how my scalp is doing 2 weeks later, with me washing my hair, my scalp with the dandruff shampoo, like if I'm consistent, if I do it, Saturday and Wednesday, Saturday and Wednesday. So like I washed my hair twice a week, and it still itches. Like it's not itch free, to be honest. Like those products don't make my scalp like itch free, but at least if I'm consistent, the flaking isn't there. The dandruff is kind of, yeah, controlled. So I am going to have my hair braided tomorrow. Like it's a lot. Like like the whole power situation, like now in September, like power has been going for 2 days where I live. At a time it comes for like a very few hours, and it's affecting water pumping as well. So like I don't even think, okay, like if this continues, because I'm connected to Lusaka water, so like we haven't had running water for 4 days. Like it's a mess, you guys. And like I have other things to worry about, like my cooking, doing laundry, bathing, like myself. I'm just like, I can't add like 2 weekly wash days to it. So I'm going to have my hair braided, and when I take it out, because I can't keep my braids in for too long because of my scalp, I honestly see myself just becoming somebody who goes to the hair salon. It's just like it's about, like there's far worse things that we are going through as a nation, like things that are life-threatening. Honestly, this is like a small issue, I know, but like in the grand scheme of things, we're going through it. And since this is the hair video, here I am giving my input of the times that we're living in as a country. So for the outsiders, we had a drought. I don't even know if I've mentioned any of this, earlier in the video, but yeah, like our country went through a drought, and that's what is being used as a blanket excuse for everything going wrong. So yeah, anyways, I'll end my video here. Thank you so much for watching. That was me my wash day post. This is me realizing that like all of this was because I was trying to show you guys if my hair reverted all my days. Look at me rambling. I'm so sorry. But yeah, for all these, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video when I do jumbo braids. So I'm going to do like a whole, this is what my jumbo braids look like I've been doing with my other videos, which I will hopefully post. Yeah, this is this is past me, hoping future me actually edits all those videos, because I haven't yet at this point. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.